Hey, Van Pope here. I hope you've been well. This video is about upgrading the infotainment system or head unit in your older generation Land Cruiser Prado or Lexus GX. I'll talk about the different options and share with you what I ended up doing. So this is not a sponsored video, but if you want to support the channel, then head over to vanpope.com and pick up one of these. It's the original Tom Van Pope Drive Your Dreams t-shirt, and it's available on my own web shop. It's a great way to show your support to the channel, but also your love for the Land Cruiser or the Lexus GX. The factory system that comes with my truck, a 2006 120 series, has this SimCity aesthetic. And while I secretly kind of like it for its retro style, when you spend a lot of time behind the wheel, I was really missing the ability to use the built-in sound system to stream music, listen to podcasts, and use my favorite navigation app such as Google Maps or Waze, and the ability to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Sure, I can listen to the radio, play CDs, or even use the old school cassette player that comes with it. I could even put my random collection of tapes to use. After a while though, that gets old, and you might think, why not simply use your phone and a cable? Well, my 2006 120 series sadly was not equipped with an aux port. So I did some research online and found a couple of great communities that are a fantastic source of inspiration. There's the GXOR Facebook group, I Hate Mud, Prado Point, and many more. But I found the GXOR group to be the best, with the most information, and even though it's dedicated to the Lexus GX, pretty much all of the tips and tricks apply to its Toyota equivalent. Now, there are several upgrade options on the market from different vendors, so let's go over some, starting with the cheapest. If you simply want to connect your phone to your car stereo system and you don't have an aux port, you could go for a cassette tape adapter. But those products are quite old and the sound quality isn't great. Alternatively, you can go for an FM transmitter. You connect this to your phone via Bluetooth or a cable, and these are usually powered from your cigarette lighter. So you tune in to a certain frequency on your radio and then it picks up from the transmitter. Some of these radio transmitters are prone to interference and the sound quality varies. If you go for a modern one, it's actually quite decent. Then there's a simple Bluetooth adapter that you can install. It plugs into the back of your car stereo unit and usually it goes into the CD port. And this gives you Bluetooth audio streaming and car kit functionality. Usually these modules also come with a mic and an auxiliary in audio port. And the sound quality of these tends to be even better than the FM transmitter, and if you build it in, it even looks more clean. But then if you go for that option, you will be stuck with the old interface on your screen. Some people choose to mount an iPad in the center stack and use that instead, but I think that looks a little bit messy. So if we step it up one bit more and we're looking at complete head unit upgrades, some even come with their own screen. Generally, these either slide out or they're fixed in place. They come in different sizes, and the larger ones are similar to the early Tesla screens with a large portrait style touchscreen display. I decided to go with a head unit upgrade by a company called GROM, which works with the existing original touchscreen. I like this option best because I get to keep this original look and feel of the interior, while at the same time bringing the car's infotainment system into the modern era. It supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay even wirelessly. A lot of modern cars don't even have this. So I can just keep my phone in my pocket and start the car, it auto connects, and there you go. You can also use it wired, if you want. It has some USB ports, so it will also charge your phone, obviously. Also, because it plugs into the existing head unit, you get to keep the original display and retain the original Toyota high quality knobs and switches. This video is not a full step-by-step installation video. Others have done a great job at making those, but I did want to show some clips of the installation process to give you a rough idea of what it's like. The unit I ordered belongs to the VLine family of products, and I got the Lexus VL2. In the box you find all the mounting brackets and cables that you need, and of course instructions to install it. And it comes with microphone and a separate GPS antenna. And this is the unit itself. And here we have the dashboard open. As you can see, lots of wires, but some pretty clear instructions help guide the way to install it. This is the glove box removed. In the back you see the cabin filter. And this is the location that I decided to mount the device. I removed the disc changer and it opens up some space for mounting. Again, here's the back of the original head unit. It's quite a operation, but once you've located the right wires, it's a matter of locating the connection on the back of the head unit, the factory unit, unplugging it and plugging in the right wires. It's pretty straightforward. Here I've plugged in the original wire into the connector that comes with the device, and it's just a matter of plugging it in into the port here, in this case on the right there. And I must say the quality of the wiring loom is pretty high, so that gives confidence. The kit comes with several Y-type wiring harnesses that allow you to retain the original connection while also creating a connection to the VLine product. They make specific SKUs depending on your make, model and year, so make sure you order the right one. I didn't want to drill into the plastic, so I used 2 strips of Velcro and mounted the bracket with some double-sided tape. I also used a strip of felt to level out the device, and overall it sits very secure. Right there. I did this installation myself, and I've never done a head unit upgrade before, so I believe anyone can do this. And I really like that it installs fixed inside the vehicle. I don't have to plug anything in or turn anything on, and there are no cables visible. That's really great. The only downside of this system, in my opinion, is, well, this factory touchscreen. First of all, it's pretty low res, and that's actually okay. It's still readable and usable, but it looks pixelated. What's more of an issue is interacting with this display. It's an early generation touchscreen display from the early 2000s, which 1 is not very precise, or 2, it's not very sensitive. You have to press more. And 3, it's not very sophisticated or advanced. It does not support multi-touch gestures. It doesn't support swiping as an input method. It basically only detects presses. So you can't scroll a list of songs or pinch to zoom in and out of a map. You can still scroll up and down and zoom in and out, but you have to use up and down buttons and plus and minus buttons on the interface, which they luckily exist. Apple and Google thought about it. It's not a problem or deal breaker, but it's different from interacting with your phone, and it does take a while to get used to. Mine even has a tiny offset to the left, so I have to remember that when typing or pressing buttons. It's only a pixel or so, but still something to keep in mind. So here we have the onboard built-in operating system. It's something Android based, and here you can launch native apps like Spotify or web radio, Android Auto. In this case, I have it hooked up to an iPhone wirelessly, so you can just, boom, you go into Apple CarPlay. And what I was saying about the touchscreen here, sometimes these buttons, now it's quite responsive, but sometimes they don't. You have to press it twice, so that's something to keep in mind. And if I want to type an address in Google Maps, let's say I go here, and let's say I want to go to Stockholm since I'm in Sweden. Okay, obviously autofill works quite well. This is how typing works. It's fairly decent, it works. Of course, you can also use voice commands, and you can control the system completely hands-free using either Google Assistant when you're using Android Auto or Siri with Apple CarPlay. Here I find it works best if the system can pick up your voice from your phone's mic. The system does come with a mic. I mounted it here on top, and it's usable, but it's not great. For voice commands, it doesn't always work. So if you take your phone out and put it somewhere here in the center in a tray, that works great. And even though this screen has some quirks, I still prefer it over an aftermarket one. All in all, I'm really happy with this upgrade. Music, navigation, text messaging, phone calls, they're all such an important part of the modern driving experience, especially on long trips. If you own a Land Cruiser or a GX from this era, get this upgrade. If you love music, sound quality is truly amazing, and you get to keep the original screen and the look and feel of the dash. So this is not a sponsored video. I wanted to make a video that talks about the different upgrade options for your head unit or infotainment system in your Lexus GX or Land Cruiser Prado. However, when making this video, I did decide to reach out to GROM to see if I can arrange a discount in case you want to buy a unit. And I got a hold of them, and they gave me a coupon code of $60 off. So if you decide to upgrade your infotainment system, please use my affiliate link, which gives me a small kickback and will help support the channel. And then use the coupon code TVP60 off to get your discount when you make a purchase. If you like this video, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments. I read them all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.